Medellin. See, I'm speaking like a local already. It's been a little over a week now since we arrived in Medellin, Colombia, the great family adventure. Jess, the kids, and this time around, my mom and dad. My brother Blair lives down here, and he's the reason we came. The great Owens family adventure, and the first of many, I'm sure. So, first things first, thoughts on Colombia. Well, I like it. I mean, what's there not to like, really? Warm weather, beautiful people, an abundance of restaurants that you can eat out for a fraction of the cost of our beautiful state. Country of Canada. But with all that said, there are three specific things that stand out to me. First off, Medellin is at altitude, and what that translates to is no bugs. Warm weather, bright sun, and no bugs. It's mosquitoes I'm referring to mostly. Those little bastards can ruin most any experience quick fast. Secondly, the abundance of cafes and co-working spaces. Each one is so unique and with its own vibe, it's hard to decide which one is my favorite so far. As someone who works online, this is something that I value a lot. It's been nice to get out of the office that you guys have come to see me in all too often. And thirdly, the greenery. This one really comes out and hits you in the face. At times it feels more like you're walking through a rainforest than it does a major city. So overall, there's a lot to like, but those are just a few of the things that resonated with me right off the bat.
Thank you so much. Wow, so nice.
Mommy!
Axel! What a view.
Yeah.
So wide.
Hey, what do you drink? Wide.
Tonight we are having a dish that is a mix of both of our cultures, Colombia and Canada. And we are having patacón, which is plantain with guacamole and grilled beef. And we are having some julienned vegetables along with some steak fries. And is that it? Eso es todo, ¿cierto?
Making a sandwich.
Brushing your teeth. Good one, Ivy.
High
Blowing bubbles. No way, that's what it was? Wow.
I thought he was laughing about what he was doing.
Hola, Alexis. Bienvenido.
Es fácil, mira.
This is Alexis.
Pueblito Paisa.
Pueblito Paisa is where we are at. We're going to do a hike with a big group, the Bealers and the Owens. And
Oh, that's very weird.
and that's what we're going to be doing. So it's a beautiful day. I just finished a client meeting for a new offering. So this is not officially announced. I guess this is part of the official announcement. You guys are the first to know this, but I have a new offering, and it is coaching. Okay, so there's different types. I haven't quite hashed out all the details, but essentially it's self-development coaching. So helping others, with certain things. So like here's a perfect example. The client, or my new client, for my first coaching client. Okay, so I'm going to be helping him with accountability, just some guidance and mentorship, some helping him reflect on his goals and helping him find clarity in his goals. Okay, so with my background as a former professional hockey player, naturally there's going to be a little bit of motivation that's going to be sort of sprinkled in there. With coaching, it's not about you, it's about the client, but there will be times, and there was today, where he was asking me about how I got over certain things, like dealing with procrastination and feeling some overwhelm with goals. So yeah, that's sort of what we talked about. So if you're a person who, you're just kind of, feeling the call to step into your full potential, you see yourself in a place that's not where you are now, you see yourself in a better place, but you just don't know how to get there. Maybe you just feel overwhelmed, like where do I start? I'm not where I want to be, but I don't know how to get to where I want to be. Okay? hit me up, send me an email. You know, all the ways to contact are always in the description. So yeah, we can have a discovery call. It doesn't mean that like you're signing up for anything right away. It's just a discovery call. We can sit and chat and just sort of see if we would be a good fit together, and see if you know, if my offering would serve you and help you get to where you want to go, because ultimately that's what it's all about. And I believe I could help people in this way. So yeah, that's the little brief introduction to my new offering. Haven't quite figured out the exact title, but I think it's going to be like self-development coaching, or self-development guide, or self-development guidance. I don't know. What do you guys think is a good title that sort of encompasses, you know, all these things? Would like to hear your feedback. Anyways, excited for the hike, and just enjoying Colombia so far.
Hi.
What an intro, Kara.
Good, how are you?
Here comes the Bealers.
It doesn't look like they take cards, but I don't know. And I don't have any cards. Oh, I don't have cash.
They take cards.
Grammy and Grampy surprised us. So we're just we're headed to lunch, and we're walking through a book fair. Apparently, it's a book festival, I guess you could say. Very colorful. It's a spicy day. It's warm, and traveling with kids. I've said this before in the New York City video. I brought my 4-year-old to New York City. Check that video out. That's probably my favorite video on this whole channel, so check it out. And I talk about rules for traveling with kids. I think it was rule number 2. When it comes to food with kids, don't wait until you're hungry to eat. Okay? Don't wait until you're hungry to eat. Eat before you're hungry. Okay? Always know where the nearest bathroom is and the cleanest bathroom is, and those aren't the same things, by the way. So there's that. And I actually can't remember number 3, but if I think of it, I'll come back. All right, there are some definite raindrops starting. The Bealers have vacated back home, and we stayed behind. This might be a big mistake, but we'll see. It's not like no. I mean, it could go either way, but we just have to accept it, the decision that we made. But yeah, this is really cool. It kind of reminds me of the CNE for some reason, kids area. That's just the feeling I'm getting. Could be way off there. But yeah, nice spot.
Dad, when we're playing Harry Potter, we could pretend this is Aragog.
Oh yeah, let's see it. Oh yeah, the pink Aragog.
How hard will it be?
You know what? Let's look that up, because I'm not positive. Park of the feet or something like that, because you could take your shoes off and like put your feet in the water and stuff like that. Okay, so the building behind me, you can see it's there's a lot of greenery, and one thing that makes Medellin very distinctive is the greenery. It's just a green world. It's like you're living inside of a forest in the city. I'm not over exaggerating. There's trees everywhere. It's very, very green, plants everywhere. So this building behind me, that is the energy company, and I guess according to my brother, they're responsible for making the city so green, because the idea is that it's a highly dense place in terms of population and carbon emission. So if there's a lot of greenery and trees, it helps offset that, right? So we were talking about just yesterday, like, why aren't our cities green? Why do we cut down all trees when we're building things, and there's no trees like lining all the roads, even in the major cities, Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, Vancouver, wherever, Calgary. What's the deal? Why not just integrate ourselves into the land and not pour concrete over everything? You see? So I don't know. It's just these are just ideas, right? And another thing too, part of the conversation we were having at dinner the other night was that, you almost need a person in government, city, provincial, federal. Like, their job is to go around and travel the world. Just one person, we only need one, we don't need a whole team. We need one person to go around and study these things, okay? What does Medellin do good? What does Tokyo do good? What does, you know, wherever, you know, every city has handled certain problems very well. We should be able to borrow what they've done and use that information, integrated it into our own systems, okay? But if you don't have someone going out and studying different cities and what works for them and what's failed for them, you know, you just have a bunch of people who've never left their town in years, outside of a vacation to the Dominican Republic to put their feet up on a beach. They're making decisions totally blind, ignorant. And I don't mean ignorant in a disrespectful way. I mean ignorant in its truest sense, the way it's defined, lacking knowledge. That's just my ideas, okay? Maybe it's much harder than that. Maybe it is. I'm sure if there's a politician watching, I know there's at least one, probably gonna say, oh, it's not that easy, Jordan, then we have to blah, 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 blah. But that's how it goes. That's why we never get anywhere.
Be careful what you do. Don't go around making some girl.